Hello there, and welcome back to another installment of SCP Readings, with your reader here, Gmo Don, and my special guest buddy reader,
Jesse.
Today we're doing a request from Electriktiger for SCP-734. We'll have Jesse here starting out the very first reading of it, so here's SCP-734.
SCP-734 appears to be a male human infant between 7 and 8 months of age. SCP-734 shows normal development and health for a child of his age and genetic background. No abnormal genetic mutations, infections, or rare cellular disorders have been found during any test, and no origin point or cause has been found for the effect SCP-734 has on human tissue.
Any human tissue making contact with SCP-734 will begin to rapidly break down and flake away. This effect is most often triggered by skin-to-skin contact, but any living SCP-734 cell can cause the effect. This flaking will begin at the point of contact 2 hours after exposure to SCP-734 and spread at the rate of 0.5 millimeters per minute. The means by which the flaking occurs is unknown, as no form of viral, bacterial, or chemical agents are passed by SCP-734 to the subject. Cells begin to lose physical cohesion and small patches of tissue begin to peel away in flakes. The flaking begins in the tissue layer of contact, most often the epidermis, and will attack that layer exclusively for 5 hours. After 5 hours, the effect will begin on the next layer, and continue in this manner until all tissue layers are affected. This process is extremely painful and becomes progressively more debilitating as nerve tissue, blood vessels, muscle tissue, and skeletal structures are exposed, then eaten away by the effect. No treatments or procedures short of amputation of the affected areas have shown any success in halting the progression, with amputation having a success rate of 72%.
Due to the non-infectious nature of this effect and its low survivability rate, blood drawn from SCP-734 has a very high strategic value. An arterial catheter has been installed to provide a constant supply of blood samples, which are currently being stockpiled and researched for possible application in Foundation activities, both covert and military. SCP-734 itself has shown above-average intelligence and physical aptitude, and proposals to train and condition SCP-734 to become a Foundation operative once it matures are under review.
SCP-734 was recovered at Blank Medical Hospital after reports of a massive outbreak of an unknown form of flesh-eating bacteria in the maternity ward. Foundation operatives quarantined the area and found several nurses, 4 doctors, and 1 infant affected by SCP-734. SCP-734 was isolated and contained after interviews with staff. The mother of SCP-734 was not found, and no records of her discharge from the hospital were found. It is assumed that she was affected by SCP-734 during birth and died from the effect. How she was able to carry SCP-734 to term remains unknown. So basically it sounds to me that this SCP is on a male human infant set between the ages of 7 and 8 months, that when you touch it, you develop this nasty flaking skin condition that continues to eat away at every layer of your skin and finally down to your bones and tissues, till it finally eats you away completely. Now, to me that doesn't sound great, because that baby, look at it, it's adorable. Who wouldn't want to hold that? Jesse, do you have any thoughts on it?
I just feel really bad for the child. It's like a Rogue syndrome from X-Men. You feel me?
Rogue syndrome.
You know Rogue. She can't touch people.
Not familiar with X-Men?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Well, I'm sure our listeners out there will all agree that it sounds like poor Rogue and how she touches people and it hurts them. Touches people and it hurts them.
Indeed, I bet it does. Well, that has been...
He could never know love.
Give me that look.
He could never know love. He could never have babies. I can't have babies. I'm like you, SPS. SCP, I'm just like you. Don't put any of that last part in there.
Anyway, that has been Jesse's interesting commentary and SCP-734. Thanks for joining me and Jesse here. And we gotta stop looking at me. And thank you. I can't do this. Okay. Thank you for joining me and Jesse on this SCP reading. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, request, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.